Instructing the lessons. You can go ahead and make changes to the lessons. You can add things to it. Go to the computer, bring in a computer or a tablet. You can look up a definition. Go ahead and add to it and make the lesson even one step better in your particular school if you have those things available. You can make changes to how you give directions for the activity itself. In your school, you may have students who cannot quite comprehend what it is you want to tell them, so you're going to have to add in a few steps or whatever, and that is fine. Just don't miss any steps. When enrichment generalists do their projects, they test them out to find out how long something should be, how big something should be, and there's a lot of failures before the sample is actually made and sent out to the sites. Because when we don't go all the way through the steps and read them and direct them to the students like we should, mistakes are made, and we don't want frustration with our students. When I'm going to give instructions to the students, I like to do it on the carpet before we go to the tables. And I will demonstrate to them. Let's say I need a paper plate that's got 2 different colors on it. On one side I'm going to paint yellow. And I will actually do some of that step in a project that I will start in the early part of the day. And then if I need orange on the other side, of course I won't finish this. I'll just put some orange on the other side of the paper plate, showing them exactly what it is that I want them to do. Before I release them from the carpet to go to the tables, I will tell them what is at the table and what my expectation of them is when they sit down, such as where does their name go, you can trace this, or you can paint this first. That way things are going smoothly. When most of the kids are caught up, or they're all caught up to those first 3 little steps, you can move on to the next ones. We are looking for the process of the product, not the very end result. The end result won't look like a sample that comes out to you. So if a student cuts off an ear of his project, that's okay. It's their project. We want it to be their project. If you have a student that you know has more needs than the other student, be close to that student so that he knows that you're there to help him out if he struggles or gets upset with his project. If you have a student who's got started and is terribly, terribly frustrated, you may have to do a couple of steps for them and then hand it back to them so that they can finish it, and while you're doing it, they will also calm down and get more invested in what they were doing. Sometimes it's helpful to pair an older student up with a younger student. The younger student could watch the older student cut theirs out or do 1 or 2 steps to it, and then the older student can watch the younger student do their steps to it and keep them on track and keep them going and help them out with it. If a lesson has food products in it, you need to talk to your site lead as to how to deal with that lesson with a child that may have allergies. In this district and in Adventure Club, we are peanut aware, we are not peanut free. So our lessons are written for the majority of the students to participate in the lessons, and your child that may have allergies, try not to keep them from the entire lesson. Anytime you can, bring him into part of that class, and so he feels also part of it.